What's up, gamers? Welcome back. This is BG, Bearded Gamer. We're going to jump into some Front. We're going to do a horde-based tips and tricks. I'm going to run it through a few different base setups and how people are setting them up and some of the problems you run into and explain why you're having those problems, just what I found from my experience. So I will come back when I have all the materials and stuff that I need. I'm just going to spawn this all in. This isn't on my other game. So I'll spawn all the materials in and then we'll jump into it. So give me a second. Okay, so I got all three of these set up. You can only have one beacon at once. I didn't change that setting. So here's level 1 through whatever the easy level is. 1 through 10 would probably die on this one. So I've got the stairs that come up to the foundation. You see the foundations are pretty high, but not too high where they're off the ground. Stairs are all the way down to the ground, so they have a clear path. They come up. I use half walls to force them to go the way that I want. All the way around the beacon. Okay, so I use it to send them all the way around to the beacon here. I have stairs down to the beacon, so they have a clear path to come down here and attack. I gotta make sure that I have enough fiber in there. So this will be level 1 maze. It's pretty short, but it'll actually last for a while. Alright, let's run this. We're gonna do round 1. So they make it up the stairs, and then they die on the spike traps. Spike traps and springboards are really good to start with. You can do half walls for those, that way you can see what's going on and see if they're not coming up the path that they're supposed to. We'll go over to the level 2 one next. Okay, that's a victory. Alright. So I'll destroy this beacon, go over to the other one, and be right back. Alright, this is going to be a level 2. This would probably get you through a few rounds, for sure. So we're going to do our level 2 beacon. Just because at this point it's assumed that you're upgrading it to make your base bigger, because the auto repair feature extends your territory size, and you upgrade it by holding F and going to the hammer. You can see the things that we'd need right there. So this one, it's a little bit further path, but that's only because I made the maze a little bit bigger. So they come this way, and they're required to run this part of the maze. And keeping them on the outside allows me to expand later, because I can just add floors out here and pillars. We're going to run this one. I'm going to run on round 2. Oh, I didn't place the lure. Let me go place that. Okay, so there's the yellow ring. You see how it's not touching anything. It's not buried underground. So they'll have all the room in the world to spawn there. And round 2, well, we'll just do round 3. It doesn't matter. So they're making it up the stairs. They're hitting our spike traps. I don't think these ones are even going to make it past the first few as well. Dogs didn't make it. That's good. I'll come back when it's close to the end, or when there's an issue or something. I'll show you guys. Okay, there we go. That's a victory for that one. And I'm actually going to run a couple levels in here, because the next one we're going to do is going to be... it's going to be really hard. And claim all that. We're going to do round 4. I'll come back when I'm at like round 6 or 7. Alright, round 4 we had one big guy that came at the end. This one we've had a couple big guys, but they still don't make it past there. So I'll let this keep running through the next 20, and then we'll see what round 6 does. Alright, so the last guy on round 5 is going to be the Iron Wolf. He will make it a little bit further. Only because he does his dash, so he misses some of them. And that's it. Okay, let's see what round 6 does. Okay, we're up to round 8 here. There's 51 enemies left. And they still have not made it past this yet. Oh, that guy did. And he died right there. Okay, so here we go. This was level 2. And we're going to move on to level 3. And by level 3, I just mean cancel flight here. I just mean it's the 3rd level of what you can do. We got level 1, level 2. This will be the level 3. This isn't for the levels of the beacon. This is just for the levels, as I'm calling them, levels. So we've got a Space Beacon 4, just because I made it so much longer that I wanted it in auto repair for the video. You guys won't be here for a while. It doesn't change the Horde's difficulty or anything. So we will go ahead and run this on 12. And I'm going to go into flight mode. You guys can see it. Okay. So you can see I got that partially blocked off. Only because the hill here, it takes a lot of wood floors and stuff, but it's not needed because it still funnels them into the trap. And then I've got 20 of these ballistas set up, and they're all full of arrows. They're super cheap compared, so I actually don't want them doing that. We're gonna destroy that. Oh yeah, he killed me. Level 12, and I'm in the mix of it. Don't kill me again. Some floors down. There we go. Let's do 100. I don't want to die again, so I'm going to get out of the way. Let's make sure nobody's made it down here. Oh, these aren't shooting at anybody. So you can have stairs like this, but make sure they're not touching the ground. That way it doesn't give them another path to get up there. Oh. Eat a cheeseburger real fast. Level 12 is the first level for birds. So this is level 12, and you can see how far they're making it into it. It's the ballistas are helping a lot on this one. You can do it on stage 2. The last one I showed you the same way. Put the ballistas up and then make it where they are just shooting down the rows. You can do arrow walls, you can do some of the shock traps, you could do some of the barbed wire. The barbed wire you can't electrocute generator and run the wire to it, so I got 10 left. Let's see what the end guy is. So you can see how much further they'd have to go to make it through. Make sure nobody spawned on the outside of these. Oh. They're all pointing at something this way. Let me go down here and cancel flight. Oh yeah, there's ravens out here. That's why. Ah! Oh, they killed me again. So the ravens are sneaky. They run around if you don't enclose the lure beacon. And they're invisible, so you can't see them. They come after you more than anything. Here, we'll just put ourselves in the trap. And it should make them go into the trap. Yeah, here they come. As long as your arrows or your ballistas or guns are set to hit the flying creatures, it'll hit those. They're really struggling to find the entrance, I guess. Here they come. Coming around this way. I'm dying from hunger again. Do they chase you more than anything? One left. Okay. It's a victory on that one. Alright, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to enclose this a little bit and see if we can keep them from being able to run around. I'll be right back. Okay, I've enclosed this a little bit. So we'll go back into flight. Take these stairs out. That was just an example of how you guys could get up there if you needed to. Okay, and it's all enclosed so the ravens can't run around anymore. So let's go see what we get. Okay. And what you guys could do is you could put these on not attacking normal. And they will only attack elite or bosses. That way it saves the arrows. See, there's the raven, so now they have to go in there. Take these all off. I want them on flying. Don't forget elite bosses in flying. That's the setup. I'm not gonna do the setting on all of them, but so you see how they're ignoring the normal guys and they're just shooting at the elites and the bosses and the ravens. $85 left. I'll come back, see how this is doing. I'll show you guys in a minute. Okay, we're down to 45, and you see that there's still some spawning up on that shelf up there, but there's none spawning on this one, so you can see the difference on how far away they are to give you an idea how far that you need to put that from your walls. He's done. Okay, so you guys see how to enclose this. If you run into problems with your floors not fitting and saying there's no structural support, go to your pillars, right click, or go to foundations, right click, and you can change them to pillar. And then you can do this, and you can put a floor on top of it. And I'll destroy this. And if you have problems with them working, you can put pillars on the outside and use the floors and walls to support them, just to keep them inside. Let's see if I can get up here. So just to keep them inside. So I could back this up another one. The hill was making it a little complicated, so make sure you pick a good spot. Make sure you pick a spot that is more flat than anything, because I'll show you how big this is. So that's how big it is. Just to get those spike traps down, the ballistas up here, and the plenum hammer, or the pendulum hammers, to make it work. So this one should work up to level 20. I actually don't know what works after level 20 because that's as high as I am right now. If you guys haven't watched that video, go back and check that out. And then if you guys have any tips to help me out on ways to prevent them from spawning up on the walls and stuff, that'd be helpful. So we'll go back and show you level 1, what I call level 1. So very basic. They come up the stairs, they have to run around a circle to get down to your beacon. And then as you go, you could just expand this and keep going and end up with this second one over here, the second tier, which was this one. So this one I had the lure in here and it was working really well. I had to come up and run to get to the beacon. You can see the beacon hole doesn't have to be very big. You just need to get stairs down to it to make sure that they can reach it. And sometimes if you run into problems, you got to do something like this, like put like 3 sets of stairs down and make the opening bigger so they can see the path to it. Also, if you're putting some of the meat grinders down and you notice that you start having problems with them attacking your stairs or something, that means that the path is blocked. So destroy the meat grinder and move it out of the way. Run it again, see if it works. If it does, you know it's the meat grinder. You actually saw it here. I had that floor, and another floor together. So they were coming up the stairs and then just running straight across here and circumventing, 2 rows of the map or the maze. So I say make the ballistas. They're super cheap. And arrows are super cheap. You just need wood and rock. You just have to go out and get those resources. And something like this would probably last up to, level 25, pushing 30. And you could use those walls out here once you get them not spawning. And you could do electrical turrets and stuff up here as well. Throw a generator up there. A generator per turret. So, because each turret takes 215. And so you could set the turrets up here. Generator, have them going into a coupling, and then having some turrets shooting down on the spawn point. And then, but only at the big guys. Let the little guys run the maze because they're going to get killed anyways. Or you could save yourself a lot of ammo and put your turrets at the end, so they're only hitting the last few people that get through, or any flying birds or anything that take off and can make it over here. So make sure you have all your traps set to, all your things that shoot set to flying, but not normal. Normal's going to shoot at everything. The ranged, melee, and land, as far as I can tell so far, that is just for animals that are not part of the horde. So you could take land off and it still shoots at all of the elite bosses and rangers, or the rangers, even though they're on the land, because the land creatures they're talking about like bears and things that are roaming around outside. attack ranged creatures, melee, and then other players leave on if you're on PvP, because this is also going to be your base defense. But yeah, you could do it just like that. You could even make it where this beacon's inside your base, and then your maze is your entrance or surrounding your base, and that way they have to go through that to get in. So I think that's going to do it for today. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Or if you have any comments that help out, you guys are sending some really good comments that are helping me on my build. Give a thumbs up on the video and subscribe if you haven't, if you like seeing this stuff, and hit that notification bell so you guys don't miss any future videos. So I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.